Hey, what's up guys? Joe here. I know it's been a while since I did a video, but I've been trying to figure some stuff out, and we've been going through some stuff, life things. But I've been having dreams, and I don't usually talk about dreams, but I mean, I've been having serious dreams, like where, you know how if you have a fever and you wake up with cold sweats, you're just kind of sopping wet throughout your whole body. I know it's disgusting, but we've all been there. And well, every time I have these dreams, I wake up that way. And at first I thought I was breaking fevers, and I didn't feel like I had a fever, but I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm breaking a fever that I didn't know I had. Well, it's been happening so frequently that I have noticed that it's the dreams that are doing it, kind of like adrenaline. It's like you have so much adrenaline, and then you get armpit sweats or whatever. Anyways, I've been having a lot of dreams, and I don't remember them the next day. I have so many through the night. I wake up repetitively through the night with cold sweats, and I've had quite a few, but I don't ever get to talk to anybody about them, so I always end up forgetting the moral of the dream by the next day. And I have like a sense of what I had a dream about, but I don't remember the whole dream, basically. And well, anyways, last night, today's the let's see, what's today? Today is the 5th, Saturday the 5th. Okay, oops, sorry. Saturday the 5th, and last night I had multiple dreams, and I was in and out of sweats, and I was up and asleep. This is crazy. And one dream, it was intense, and when I woke up from it, my wife was actually awake. So I sat there and prayed about it, and I felt like, I didn't know whether to talk to her about it because she was awake, or just to leave it to myself. Well, I decided to talk to her about it, and I'm sure she was kind of like half asleep at the same time, so she didn't really want to hear it, most likely. But since she was awake, I went ahead and told her, and I told her the detailed dream. And being able to tell somebody your dream when it comes out, like when you wake up from it, you'll remember way more than you will if you wait till the next day or whatever. I mean, that's how it is with me. I mean, other people are different. Everybody's different. Some people can remember everybody their dream no matter what time of day it is. So, but me, I have to spit it out immediately, otherwise I miss details of my dream. Well, anyways, I was dreaming last night, and I don't know how to explain it. It was like, okay, it was like the biggest people that I fear. Okay, I don't like to say that I fear anything except for God, but there's certain things that you're afraid of, like like in a man state, that dude's big, so if you got into a fight with him, it would be, you'd be kind of scared to fight with him because he's so big. Well, those were the two people that came at me, right? Well, anyways, my old boss, he's a pretty big dude and kind of crazy at the same time, so those two don't mix. Anyways, he came at me and said to sign this 1099, okay? And I was like, how much work did I do for you? Because you know how there's a limit to if they can give you a 1099 or not, Anyways, he said, oh, not much. And then I said, well, what the heck? I'm not gonna, sign this if I don't have to file it. And then that's when it got crazy, because you know how you look at those people that if they snap, then they're coming at you, kind of thing. Well, that's what he did. He kind of gave me that look, like, are you serious? You're not gonna sign it? And then I was like, oh no, I'm just kidding. You know, I kind of bowed down. I backed off, you know, and I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. And I kept looking at the paper, and all I could see was or $10 an hour and $11 an hour, which was $11 an hour was like basically when I quit working for the guy. Well, anyways, he handed me a pen. I know this sounds so stupid. Like, if you know dreams, you know what I'm talking about. Like, he handed me a pen, and in my mind, I knew how to use the pen. Like, I've used that pen before, but I didn't know how. Like, I forgot how to use it. I know it sounds stupid. Well, I kept twisting the back of it and twisting the middle of it and trying to figure out how to get the ink part out to where I could sign my name. Well, then he looks at me and says, you got to push the end of it. And then as soon as he said that, the whole end of the pen, like, you know how dreams do, they like over exaggerate or whatever. Well, the whole end of the pen completely grew into like like a weird dome thing. It was probably like 5 inches wide in diameter, and he said push there. And then when I was about to push there, my dream kind of shifted, and the next person that's pretty intimidating to me became the person I was talking to, if that makes sense at all. Like, it was still the same dream, but the people switched, right? It was like more intimidating person than the last. Well, he started talking to me, and he said, what did he say? You need to do this. And I looked at him, and like I said, I was intimidated by him, but I said no. And he came at me, and I don't know if anybody that's listening to this has ever been into a fight before, but most likely the people that are fearful for their life versus the person that's intimidating the other person, you know what I'm saying? It is gonna react like they're about to die. And that's how that's usually when I get into a fight, that's usually what happens, is I'm fighting for my life, even though I'm not really, I'm just fighting for the moment. But anyways, in the dream, I was fighting for my life, and he came at me, and I didn't back down. I grabbed him. I mean, I'm not kidding. This dude is like huge. He's like Hulk Hogan or whatever, a little bit smaller than Hulk Hogan, put it that way, or more like what's his name, the other wrestler, the short bald guy. Anyways, he came at me, so instead of backing down and running, I grabbed at him, and I was so fearful of him hurting me, I grabbed him and slammed him to the ground, put his arms behind his back to where I almost snapped him. I had him so pinned that he couldn't move, okay? And then immediately after I had him to where he couldn't do anything, I seen the devil's hand come at me. Like, I've seen the devil before in my past. I've never told this here, but I've seen the devil when I was about 4 or 5. And I've seen Jesus, the image that he showed me. But anyways, he showed me. Then I seen the devil, and he swung his arm at me, and I grabbed his wrist, and I was pushing as hard as I could, and it was just like the most force I've ever felt before, and I was pushing so hard, and then. I forgot to say, but the whole time since this started, like the whole dream, when I wouldn't sign or didn't sign, they had this laugh, like ha 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 ha, you know. And then so now the picture that all of them doing that, and then now I'm at the devil, and I'm holding his arm, and he's looking back at me. You know how birds turn their head completely around? Well, he was looking back at me like that, and I was holding his wrist, and he was looking back at me like that, and just laughing, like ha ha ha, just like the evilest. I can't even do it. It was so evil, but I was not gonna give in, you know, and I kept pushing, and I didn't give in, and then I woke up, you know, and that was the dream, and I wouldn't have remembered half of that dream if my wife wasn't awake when I woke up. But I've learned a lot from that. It's like he's trying to get us to sign our life away. And I mean, just let me know what y'all think about that dream too. I mean, but from what I've understood from it is he's trying to get us to sign our life away, so that because he's desperate right now. He is so desperate right now, and because we're so close to Jesus Christ coming back for everyone, you know, and he wants to grab as many people as he can, even the people that are sought after of Jesus, you know, even those people, he will deceive them the best way he can. And okay, before I had that dream, I quit speaking in tongues for a while because I just felt like it was, I don't understand it, so why speak it, right? Well, I've been having a lot of feelings to speak in tongues. Well, the first night I speak in tongues, I have this dream. Then, if you look at the dream, like I spoke in tongues when I went to bed. Then I had that dream, and then you think about that. If you stop doing something and the devil leaves you alone, then obviously you're doing what he wants. Okay, this is what I'm getting out of it. And then you do it again, then he comes back at you and puts fear in your face, puts fear in your body, puts fear in your soul, right? Well, as soon as I woke up from that dream, I prayed to Jesus and I started speaking in tongues again, and I didn't have anything else after that. As of now, I mean, it's only the next day, so I'm sure he's going to keep fighting, but I'm not going to let him win. I don't know how y'all feel about speaking in tongues, but I'm starting to understand that there is more, there is a reason to speak in tongues. It's because I really don't know why, but I just have the urge, you know, and I fight it off all the time. I've been fighting it off because I don't understand it. I don't understand what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm talking to who I'm talking to, but I'm starting to realize that it is what God gave us to speak to him, you know, like if you don't know what to say, if you don't know what to pray, because I'm the world's worst prayer. I am. I cannot pray, you know, like words out loud. Like if it's a family get together and we're praying for dinner, y'all might as well just skip me, because I'll be like, thank you, Jesus, love you, amen. That's basically it, because I don't know how to pray. But I think that's why God gives us this feeling to do that, is because you're praying for stuff that you don't normally pray for, you know. And if you have a pure heart and everything, then that's going to come out the way he you know. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, because I'm not good at explaining myself sometimes. But anyways, what you think, and just keep an open mind, you know. Let God speak to you. That's the main thing, is just let God speak to you, and always know he's there. You just got to seek him, you know. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later, and I'll see what I can do on another video. But I was feeling this one, and I figured I would go ahead and let y'all know. Even though I'm not the best speaker in the world, I'm sorry. I know it was probably kind of drug out. I'm still dragging it out, my bad. Just keep going. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace out.